how great it is to be English. Dame Vera Lynn with that song.
Always be an England.
Yes, there will.
While there's a country lane.
Could play into the Euro debate.
Wherever there's a cottage small beside a field of grain.
Dame Vera Lynn, God bless her, she must be nearing 100 now. Surely she's definitely in her 90s. The reason we're playing you that, the English should follow the Welsh and others in Great Britain in developing a strong national identity, otherwise England's culture could be overtaken by xenophobes. So has warned the Bishop of London, the Right Reverend Richard Chartres. He was speaking at a dinner in London. He says the Church of England has a uniting role. England needs to celebrate its own story as a distinct part of the UK to avoid national pride being celebrated by racists and those wishing for bygone days. His words, quotes, "We must articulate a more inclusive version of the English story. Scotland, Ireland and Wales have recovered their identity. If there is no celebration of the English story, the field will be left to the xenophobic and terminally nostalgic." One academic, Professor John Curtis, backed him up. People in England are less likely to regard themselves as English than their counterparts in Scotland and Wales. I wonder why that is. Eddie Bone is campaign director of the Campaign for an English Parliament. Why are English people less likely to see themselves as English? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. How are you? Actually, I don't accept that, Nick. So if you look at the 2011 census, 32 million people on that identified themselves as being English only. 70% of the people of England identify themselves as being English. So actually there's a great, strong sense of Englishness in England, just as strong as in Scotland and in Wales. It's just they'd be given more voice to their identity than the people of England.
By whom?
Well, by the British government. I mean, if you look at the issues, Scotland, for example, has a bank holiday to celebrate St Andrews. The people of England should have St George's Day.
We have got St George's Day.
Well, we don't have it as a bank holiday, and actually the Mayor of London puts more money into St Patrick's Day in London than it does...
yeah, but hold on. St David's Day isn't a holiday either, is it?
Well, I think St David's Day should be a holiday.
But hold on. You're missing the central point here, because you said we're not allowed to have St George's Day as a public holiday. Well, the Welsh haven't got St David's Day, and we've just read that they're fiercely patriotic, so there must be something else to this.
But actually, we were talking about the Scots do actually celebrate St Andrew's Day and do have a bank holiday, and we call for it. But also, if you look at Toby Perkins' private members' bill calling for an English national anthem, the people of England should be able to sing their own national anthem. God Save the Queen is the United Kingdom anthem. Maybe the Bishop of London should get behind those ideas and say, come on, everyone, let's have our own national anthem. Let everyone sing it. Let's everyone celebrate the positive elements of being English. And actually, St George's Day the same. Come on, everyone, let's really push behind these ideas. Make sure that the whole community gets together. I think that's a great idea, and I really would support... So
you don't recognise you don't recognise this picture that people in English are not articulating a strong enough account of what being English is? You just don't see that?
I don't see it as the issue. England, being the largest nation within the United Kingdom, has a very different sense of its national identity than the smaller nations. The smaller nations are always wanting to break away from the larger one. So it's a mistake to think that Englishness isn't strong, because we don't have the need to express our identity as a Scottish or Welsh. What we do need, though, is fairness. And we do need our own parliament, we do need our own government, and we do need to be able to express ourselves in a positive way. I think that's a fair thing to ask, and I ask all your listeners to get behind Toby Perkins' private members' bill calling for an English national anthem, and for St George's Day to be a bank holiday.
And lastly, when the Bishop says we must have a more inclusive version of the English story, what is the English story to you, Mr. Bone?
Well, first of all, I think that's, with all respect, that's an old question. I'm English because I feel English, and my story is a personal one, and I look at my history. For me, I have strong leanings towards trade union activity, so I look at the Tarpara Martyrs.
Yes.
There are so many stories across England that should be celebrated. We have got a rich, full history that actually has had a positive influence on the world, and we should celebrate that.
Eddie Bone, thank you, Campaign Director for the Campaign for English Parliament. If you